Thank you for tuning in and welcome back to Real Estate Investing. In today's episode, you'll learn about how much money do you need to invest in real estate. My name is Andrew Finney. Please consider me your real estate geek. I am always here to help. My contact information is in the show more description below. Feel free to hit me up if you need a great agent in your area or if you simply want to say hi. I'm always happy to hear from you. If you haven't already done so, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel now and like this video. So let's go ahead and get into it. There's a couple of different ways that you can get started investing in real estate. There's one of the cheaper options, and then there's a little bit more of the more expensive option, which you probably already can take a guess at what that one is. So let's go ahead and lead in with the cheapest option. Since most of us are probably beginning out in real estate investing or want to know how to begin in real estate investing, knowing your cheapest options to get started are going to be best. So getting started with the cheapest option is actually going to be with a real estate investment trust. A real estate investment trust is traded on major marketplaces, and you can buy and sell that stuff as many times as you want, however you want. Generally, you're going to need somewhere between $500 and $2,500 to get started with a real estate investment trust. Now, the middle of the road that you can be looking at is actually getting involved with the real estate investment group. Now, this is a second way that you can do this, getting into real estate investing, and this is going to be the next more expensive option, but not the most expensive option yet, and that's getting involved with that real estate investment group or in a real estate partnership, if you will. And generally that's going to cost you somewhere between $5,000 and $50,000 to get started with that. Even though $5,000 may not be enough money to actually own any unit inside of the building that's being constructed within that real estate investment group or real estate limited partnership, it is a great way of getting a certain percentage of it and being paid dividends on top of your investment. And then whenever the property sells, then you get your money back plus any return on the investment. That's the middle of the ground way of getting it started. And again, that's going to cost you somewhere between $5,000 and $50,000 going up, of course, from there. So then the most expensive way that you can get started into real estate investing is what you're probably thinking about. And that's what most people think about when they think about real estate investing, and that's becoming a landlord. Now, becoming a landlord is all about choosing the right property with what's going on in your city or wherever you're choosing to buy this property, knowing what the rental rates are. A great way to know what your rental rates are, or working with a trusted real estate advisor in your location. That way they can pull the rental history out and take a look at what other properties are renting in and around the area that you're thinking about buying in, so that they can give you an idea of realistically what that property should rent for. Ideally, when you do that, after you pay your property's mortgage, the tax, and the maintenance cost of that property, you will have enough change left over to actually start generating a little bit of a profit there. Consider that like a monthly dividend. If you are making profit, consider it a monthly dividend to your main investment of your property. Whereas whenever you get ready to do the cash out, you want to sell that property on the high maybe, or maybe you have a different buy and hold strategy. You want to, you're going to know that whenever it comes time to sell that property, you're going to sell it, and you're going to sell it at a profit because you're going to sell it whenever it makes sense to you, and you're going to continue renting it out until such a time that it no longer makes sense or you no longer have the desire to do it. So how much does that cost you to do? Well, it depends on the amount of the property that you want to buy. Since it is a second property, since it is an investment property, a lot of banks, a lot of lenders out there are going to be requiring you with at least a 20% down payment. So if that rental property that you're looking at is $200,000, then $200,000 times 20% is $40,000 you need to be prepared for the down payment amount. The flip side of that is you always have buyer closing costs. Just because it's an investment property doesn't mean you're going to have buyer closing costs if you're buying with a mortgage. So you always want to plan that buyer closing costs are typically 2% to 4% of a sales price value. So using our $200,000 example, that's going to be an additional $4,000 to $8,000 on top of your down payment towards your buyer closing costs. Yes, buyer closing costs are negotiable. However, if you are buying this property as an investor, you are probably going to be buying another investor's property, or you may be doing it smart and finding distressed single family homes that aren't going to cost you too much to bring up to standard to be able to rent out, or you're going to be looking for probate sales, stuff like that you're going to be able to get a better deal on at the same time. So it's important to factor all of this together, because that same $200,000 example we just gave you means that you would need a minimum of $48,000 just to get into the property. Now, generally it's safe to say that 3% is probably a safer number as a general average, since I said between 2 and 40% for buyer closing costs. If we factor 3%, then that's $6,000, so it's going to cost you at least $46,000 to get into owning as a landlord that $200,000 property. Now you have to be honest with yourself here, and you have to ask yourself, what is my game plan? Am I just getting started? If I am, then maybe it's best to get started with the real estate investment trust as I learn more about real estate investment groups and real estate limited partnerships so that you can take it to the next level. And as you begin learning more, either you might find that you just enjoy the real estate investment trust side of it, or maybe you find that you enjoy the real estate investment group and the real estate limited partnership side of it, or maybe it's all a means to the end of becoming a landlord. But no matter what path you take, there are going to be decisions, financial decisions that you can make, and only you can answer those questions yourself about how comfortable you are with putting money on the line. Now, I highly encourage you, I really do, to please not put more money or put yourself into a position that you cannot take care of yourself and your responsibilities. Always invest responsibly. It's almost kind of like if you go to a casino, or if you're gambling, or if you're playing the lotto or something. You don't do those things with money that you need to live on. You do those things with money that you have a little bit of extra to do with. So depending on how much money you have extra to do things with, that's where sometimes the smartest option and the cheapest option is getting started in the real estate investment trust. As you earn dividend, as you earn money, then you move on to the real estate investment groups or the real estate limited partnerships, which was that $5,000 to $50,000 amount to get into. As you get your money built up, then maybe you move into the landlord position or going into flipping, which we didn't really talk about in this video today, but maybe you move into that type of a position so that you have more of the long-term hold, or you have that short-term hold from a flipping position. Doing this smart is going to be everything to your success. It's going to mean everything to you. Plan it out, but please, 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 please don't hurt yourself along the way. It's not that important to go out and try to become a gazillionaire whenever trying to make a gazillion dollars all of a sudden isn't going to be in your best interest because you didn't know how to do it. If you know how you do it, and you know what you're doing, and you've got a game plan, you write down a mission statement, you write down a business plan, and you figure this out, and you take a step back, you take a deep breath, and plan this out, you can and will be successful in real estate investing. One day at a time, one thing at a time, from A to Z, and everything in between will take care of itself by just moving a step forward every day. Now, if you have any questions about this video, I'm going to put my contact information up. Please let me know if you need any help finding a great agent, or or even if you just want to say hi, hit me up. Now, on another note, if you have any comments or you have any suggestions for real estate investing and how much it costs to get into real estate investing, and you have done that yourself, please tell us about your experiences in the comment section below. And when you do so, please tell us what state you're buying in, what year you bought in, and what kind of property you bought, whether it's a single family home, or whether it's a multifamily home, or whether it was a commercial property or an office property. Tell us what you bought and how it worked out for you in the comment section below, please. If you haven't already done so, I'm going to ask you to do 3 things. Number 1, please subscribe to this channel. Number 2, please like this video. And number 3, please share this video around with somebody you know is going to be able to help. Thank you so much for watching today. Between now and next time, I'm wishing you and yours a lifetime full of love, wealth, abundance, and happiness. Thank you for watching. Enjoy a wonderful day.